Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am your host, Roman. Tonight, we are going to be talking about overrated musicians. There are a lot of them, and this is going to be, I think, a kind of a hot discussion tonight. We're certainly not going to agree on everything, but I think there are some universally hated musicians out there, and we're gonna talk about all of them. Well, actually, all of them. We're not going to get to nearly as many as I would like. I'm not going to lie, but we're going to get to as many as we can tonight.
That's right.
So we'll go around. We'll say hi to everybody, and then we will jump on into this thing. So, what am I doing? How did I get here? Where are my pants? He is my partner on this channel. He is my wingman. He once stopped me from carpet bombing Tehran because I just didn't need to. He is Shieldwall of Dragons. Welcome back, my friend. How are you tonight?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy to be here. Good to see everybody. Hey, Nick, good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Nice to meet
Yeah.
you, Shieldwall of Dragons.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one because there are an extremely large amount of overrated musicians out there. But I think this is going to be a case of Woven and The Fifth Element. There's going to be some people that like certain artists and other ones don't. But it's going to be a good time. So I'm
fucking coming for you, Yanni.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Roman.
Love
it.
Gosh. He is the scourge of Gotham, the nemesis of the Dark Knight. He is Joker voice. Welcome back, my friend. It's good to see you. My shirt came in this week. It's lovely and comfortable.
Yes.
So
right.
It's great. So how you doing? How are things in Arkham? Do you guys have music there?
Yes, it's meant to drive you insane. It's Yanni on a loop.
It is Yanni. I'll be doing
It's meant to keep us there. Insane. I'm doing good. Back amongst the working people. But I had to do that. I filled in for some shifts as well. I just worked 8 graveyard shifts in a row.
Oh, wow.
I am fucking tired.
Right.
Oh my God. I'm
suppose
sorry.
Vegas is the best place to do that, though, huh?
Well, we are a 24-hour town, and sometimes I do get tipped in some things.
Hey,
Right
as
on,
long as you're
right
not getting tipped with the tip.
No.
You're good.
No.
Don't do that.
That's
wrong version of being
That's
tipped.
a whole different the bar there.
Are you starting to hear the Undertaker's intro song?
Oh, the bell? No.
That's good.
Yeah, Paul Bearer just walks into your bar. You're like, what's going on?
Where's my bartender? Where's my bartender?
He is the meme master of the interwebs, using his power solely for evil. He is our good friend, Jacob Ironside. Welcome back, Jacob. Good to see you. How are you this week? I'm looking forward to what you're
good to be here.
Forward.
The memes are spicy today.
Nice.
So, by the way, the flames behind me have nothing to do with how red Roman is.
No.
It's just
Yeah,
how
I don't know how
It
this
does appear that
happens.
you're cooking, Roman.
It doesn't look at
I don't even know. I've got the light, the white light on. It's not the yellow light. There's a giant insect on the light right now. I could live without that, but I don't know. It's unimportant. My redness is not what we're here for. Musician, pop culture aficionado, YouTube prostitute, man of the people, ex-crusader. He is our good friend, Sammy Threebeat. Welcome back, Sammy. Nice to see you. You're not in ex-jail anymore. That's always good.
Yeah, they let me out, just in time to make fun of Kamani. So that's been
pretty good. It's pretty
great.
Good. You had some
Hey, I was in there with you not long ago. Apparently, you're not allowed to respond wood chipper to people being pedos.
I know. That used to be my go-to.
Yeah.
Who knew?
And there's so many pedos today. There's just like take your pick.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You're off, dude.
The interwebs. The
No.
interwebs.
Cool.
He is the drunk poet whose music is so powerful it has killed one person, allegedly, that we know of. He is our good friend Dempsey. How are you, pal? It's good to see you again.
Oh, well, fresh up out of Twitter jail, going after people, and
You went to
almost
Twitter jail,
missed my
yes.
time here because I get spicy on there. And I'm planning on getting spicy tonight. So I feel like there's going to be at least one of these things that I have to say tonight people aren't going to enjoy.
Oh,
But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can convince you otherwise. But I don't know. I hear something. What is that?
Oh, well, not yet.
Well, not yet.
Not
yet.
Yeah.
For the love of God, man, not yet. And for the first time on this show, you've seen him around. He's an attractive man, and everyone loves him. He is Nick Weiser, and I'm so happy you're with us tonight. Welcome.
Welcome, man.
Happy
to be on the
be
stream with
here.
you.
I appreciate the invite. I think this is the first stream I've done in a long time where I've not streamed with any of the faces on the panel. So this is actually really cool in that regard. I'm actually like I like going into the unknown. So this is really cool. Like I know who Jacob Ironside is. I remember he used to be in chats frequently. I remember Joker's voice in chats, but I didn't know you guys were actually operating on shows. So that's cool to see. And obviously nice to meet Sammy, Dempsey, Shieldwall, and you, Roma, as well. So I'm looking forward to this. We're gonna come in really hot with this one, and no holds be barred.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, our mutual friend, that 70s rock fan.
My guy.
Oh,
70s,
why didn't you give Nick
Yeah.
Weiser a call to see if he wants to be on with you? And I was like, that's a good idea, Brian. I'll do that. So,
Thank you.
so here we are. We
Is Brian-
actually got
is
to
he
meet
Lemmy?
a couple of years ago in Vegas. At one of Gary's events.
Yes.
Which again, you guys are going to be showing up here in my town in August. Gonna suck.
Oh, I went to the August 2021 Vegas meetup, and it was so filthy hot out there. I swear I lost weight that I did not need to lose being out
At
there.
3 a.m. it will still be 100
It would.
degrees.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm.
Wow.
I was
I'll go
out
next
there.
year.
I was out there blasted drunk with
Ouch.
Matt from Foul Ball, and we were loaded. It was 3 a.m. It was
I
so
love
filthy
Matt.
hot.
Matt's a great dude. I was just.
Trust me, I know. We
Yeah.
lived the Vegas life when we're paired together.
We were just making fun of what's her face for
Tourists.
doubling down on the or quadrupling down on the Michael B. Jordan thing with the guy with the Tourette's.
Oh, right.
Oh,
You're talking
Lord.
about Grace Randolph.
Grace Randolph, yeah, me and him.
Hi,
were just-
I'm Grace Randolph.
So
I hate her so. But Grace Randolph aside, we do have things to attend to. But what's
Talk
that I
about
hear first?
overrated.
Heavenly shades of memes are falling. It's in time.
It is the Meantime brought to you by our good friend Jacob Ironside. Let's see what horrors lie in store for us tonight. The overrated bands, which is our topic this evening.
That's right.
This evening.
Yes.
Nice.
Wait, is Mando? Who is Mando? Is that Paul?
No, Mando's Ringo. You're Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait, Sammy.
Mando's Ringo.
Dude.
I'm George. And
That's
Jacob's
pretty
John.
good. You got to be a dude. That's a big change.
And I now realize
We
I can
wanna
tell the
have
Beatles
some
by their
drugs.
haircuts.
Oh,
Right.
just wait.
Yeah.
You're about to be a girl.
Nice. Cold stiff.
So overrated. They're cold stiff.
Wow. Yeah, Coldplay. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Man, I look gay as fuck. That is awful, Jacob. That's one of the worst.
Roman,
I hang out with the
Yeah.
Knicks division on a weekly basis, surrounded by men on panels, and I thought I was gay. Then I see this, I'm like, never mind. I guess it's straight.
Exactly.
Roman, you look like Tywin Lannister.
a little bit, but you need to like lay off the heroin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tyler
Wow.
Lannister with AIDS, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
I
If
don't-
someone looks like they have AIDS, it's me back there.
Oh, I don't know if I can forgive you for this one. This may be the worst thing
I don't know,
you've ever
Sammy. You look like you're going to give somebody.
Yeah.
done. Oh, the real Mando, please stand up. She made him. He's
man.
Oh, Mando, she's not
in
here tonight. with us,
jail.
folks. Oh,
That's
Wow.
good.
That is
that's quality.
Bravo, sir.
Nice.
Bravo.
Very nice.
That's solid. That's solid.
Oh yeah, there we go.
My wife had me killed, allegedly. That's excellent work. Zero
Nice.
flavors of Jovi. Oh, that's great. Nice job.
Wow.
Yikes. Oh,
Man,
Yeah,
that
this
is
is,
so
this is
horrifying.
what happens, Nick. This is
Me
what happens.
being Bon Jovi. Yeah, and
Just
at
be
least you got it right. Zero flavors of Jovi, because that's exactly what he is. He's I hear people say when they like to use vanilla as a take, but to me it's like a distorted vanilla, because like French vanilla ice cream, when done right, can be really good.
It's really
So
good.
we'll just say this is just zero flavors of flat out suck. So and he ain't worthy of a Superman toy. That guy's got too much goat milk in his bullshit.
He just wants to live while he's alive.
Yeah. Well, he's
Fine.
halfway there.
Yeah, but he's never all the way
Living on
there.
the edge.
Never all the way there. That's a problem.
And
He's
every
been thinking about-
50-year-old
he's been
gal in
thinking
the
about
audience
half-
just went crazy.
But he's been saying about being halfway there for 2.5 decades. Maybe it's time he just turn around. Because if he's been stuck for that long, maybe
Right.
you should
Just give
do
up.
something about it. Like you've been singing about this for a long time, and you've done nothing to solve your problem.
But
Maybe
I'll
should
tell you
turn
what,
around.
He's
Bon-
living on a prayer, though.
those 50-year-old. So like I worked at a concert venue when I was in high school called Freedom Hill, and Bon Jovi came one time, and there was a bunch of like
Cougars.
cougars there, but
Yeah,
you know what,
sure.
none of them were as thirsty as when Rick Springfield came.
Oh,
That is
God.
a different
Wow.
level of horny woman.
So he's basically just his character from Supernatural then.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
who? Which guy?
Rick
Rick
Springfield.
Springfield.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Golly.
A lot of,
Uh,
a lot of fans of.
whoa. What the fuck? What happened here? I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne.
Little Roman of the
It's
Empire.
who?
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
I don't know
Easy, baby.
what a little Wayne is. That is fucking horrible. I thought the Coldplay thing was bad. This is far worse.
Oh, just wait.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of awesome. I'm just saying.
I look like a retarded Oompa Loompa.
Well,
That's not far off, to be
It's Lil
frank.
Wayne.
Yeah.
From Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
From Lil Wayne.
Wow.
Hey, yeah,
Wow.
man. You got to give it up for.
But at
Birdman.
least he met with Trump.
right.
Well, there you go. That's true. That's true.
It's kind of amazing.
I like. He's like, I'm gonna meet the president today. I'll dress like your grandpa.
Oh no, it's John Cougar, and it's fucking. What did you do to me? Pink houses, pink Cadillacs. I see a red door, and I want to paint it black. Paint your wagon pink. Pink is for me. Wow. Yikes.
is for you. Wow.
Or wait, is that Bruce?
That is
No,
Bruce.
That's Bruce.
That's Bruce.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because
Well, it was Bruce like fucking 30 years ago before he
Right.
developed
With the
a
face,
lady
you
chest.
almost look like Robert Downey Jr. a little bit.
yeah,
Ooh,
Oh,
A little bit. Yeah.
that's
yeah, I see it.
special.
Oh,
Yeah, you caught me off
That's-
guard with the pink houses thing.
Yeah.
yeah, fuck me up.
Great.
Fuck me up. I wasn't there. I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh,
Wow. Nice.
Sammy is
wrong.
full tilt diva, the white Beyonce.
You want to talk
I
about why
look like-
bad
It's a
things
nice
happen
touch.
to
I look
good
like one of those
people?
questionably hot girls with Down syndrome.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
oh no, 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 no.
This is
no.
why we can't have
Wow.
nice things.
No.
No,
You
you,
into the Joker voice?
Why does it say white Beyonce when she's already trying to do that herself?
right?
Well, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
You should.
I do like that
You're
I'm
not
farting
wrong.
into the microphone.
The
Yeah.
fart, like I said, that's a nice touch. Very subtle.
Yeah, which is probably substantially better. That was one of my wife's tips. She's like, you got to do Taylor Swift. I was like, they know.
Oh yeah.
they don't they didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
There's
Um,
no prompting. Wow.
Oh, we're
Nice.
That's
Wow.
pretty good, man. Just
Yeah.
saying.
That is scary
all right,
good.
which member am I on the far left?
I don't know names.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
just know Nickelback.
because I
Oh.
could actually forgive this if it was the drummer, because
It
as
might
much
be
as
the
I
drummer.
can't stand the music, the drummer in that band, Daniel Adair, is actually really fantastic. Which, trust me when I say, I take no pride in saying anything good about Nickelback, but if I do, that drummer is a freak of nature, good on another level no one would expect. He's worked with a lot of like really seasoned drummers and like really technical bands. He taught the drummer lessons from 3 Inches of Blood. He's also good buddies with the drummer from Meshuggah. If anyone knows who Meshuggah is,
Okay.
a really
Yeah.
so if you're in line with the drummer from Meshuggah, you got some real deal going. You wouldn't think that being affiliated with the band Nickelback, but just literally on your own spare time, look up Daniel Adair drums, and you will find incredible videos. And then you're gonna think, why is this guy Nickelback?
That
Right.
a lot of that happens a lot though. A
Oh,
lot
it
of like,
does. Oh, it
questionable
does.
bands usually has one really talented person.
Oh, and
Yeah.
he's that guy.
Yeah.
He's a freak of freaking nature good. And I looked up some of his influences, and he has more in common with me than I thought he would. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, you're not a poser at all. You're a real one.
Well,
what?
Hey, he's got one good song. That
Being
song
in
about
Nickelback
Side
does
of a Bullet.
afford him a lot of time to do other things.
Yeah. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
It's a good
Whoa,
paycheck.
whoa, like, come on now.
Come on.
Jacob, Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Your face works on everything, dude.
Yeah.
I may be fired this week, but I'll be back next week.
We've crossed lines I didn't know we could cross here.
Oh
This is
no, we
bad.
didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
You've been a chick for a long time now. See, I mean, this is new and
At
unfortunate.
least you didn't.
and
At least you
horrible.
didn't use the most.
Yeah,
current
speaking of-
form
And there we go.
Again, I look like one of those hot Downs girls.
Would.
Would.
OULD or OOD?
Oh,
Either.
wow.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. Wow. Wow. We're not even done yet. There's more. There's
I
more,
got
back
folks.
to running
I got
we
me
at the dinner party.
That's
So
fun.
good.
Winston there from
Oh.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
seen
it's
shit
white.
that'll turn white.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, yes. There it is.
No.
I was
Ooh,
expecting
and
this
with that-
guy.
I've taken
Number
everyone's
two.
phone hostage.
Oh, man.
This gay porn album removed by the yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they forced it when they forced their album upon the world. The songs
Dude, it
of
was
Innocence,
insane. I
think it was.
couldn't delete it.
Where they had the iTunes one? Is that the iTunes one I heard
Yeah,
about?
but
Yes.
Yeah.
And they just
Okay.
like
I've
I
never
woke up
had an
and a
iPhone.
bunch of my music was missing. And I was like, oh, why? It was because you two decided to
Yeah.
force themselves upon me.
So what
No
you're
means
saying
no,
is you
you
were.
two.
So what you're saying is you were musically great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the weird
We
part
all
was
were.
like
We
they
all
wouldn't
were.
let you delete it.
Oh.
Like
Yeah, that's odd.
Wow.
That's
So
odd.
And every song did suck.
yes.
So-
Every one of them. They were all
well,
bad.
we'll I think we'll get to you two almost without question because
Yeah, right.
there's a lot I want to talk about with you two. I do want to say thank you to everybody who's hanging out with us over on YouTube and on X right now. Remember, please tell your friends that we are live Thursday, 5 Pacific Standard, as we have been now for the last 4 years.
I got in a
It's
fight on
phenomenal.
stage because of you two.
No.
There's this guitar player, and he had like me and him were already kind of at odds, but he always had like way too many pedals, and like he was having like technical difficulties on stage, and I was like drinking, and
man.
I was like, "Get your shit together, Edge." He's like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
Well, and so we're going to start tonight as we always do. And did I just fucking freeze?
No,
No.
We hear
Is
you
it-
and see you
no?
just
Okay,
fine.
you're good.
I think it's Bono. Bono is doing something
Oh,
evil
he-
via my
That's
computer.
possible.
Yeah, he's infiltrating. Watch out.
Fucking
Yeah.
cocksucker.
It's
So we
really
are
easy
going
to
to
catch
start-
Bono.
With our guest tonight, and let you start off this conversation. What band or musician would you like to talk about, Nick?
Ah, man, I don't take pride in talk about any of these ones that I like to talk about, but there's one I take pride in making fun of. I really love making fun of Nirvana with a raging passion.
Yeah.
Oh man, you want to talk about the head of the Suicide Squad, who's the dead shot of the crew? Kurt Cobain, man. I'm going
Allegedly.
there.
Allegedly.
Maybe it's allegedly.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know.
And
It's
if
kind
the
of
truth
weird.
comes
how-
out, then it comes out. I'm willing to change my mind, but for now, he's
Okay.
the dead shot of the Suicide Squad.
Either way, if not, Harley Quinn did it, right? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
awfully
Either way
weird
you
Harley
sling
Quinn.
it, he's still
It's
part of the
awfully
squad.
weird that he had all these notebooks that he had writings in and stuff, and all of a sudden Hole got good after he died for a
Yep.
couple of years.
I can't even say that Hole is
And the-
overrated.
And the Foo
That would
Fighters,
imply
too.
they are rated.
I always forget
Okay.
you was in that
But,
band.
but what I'm
Here's
saying
the
is,
thing, to a lot of people, they are like
Yeah,
the
to a
best
lot of
thing
people, they're
ever.
number
They
one.
are like
Right.
and trust me, I work in a very leftist echo chamber near Chirac, and I hear and people hear about this music all the time, get so excited, and it does get. I do even see younger people wearing the shirts and liking the music.
Oh,
and
for
I
sure.
just like I feel like I need to take a shower when I'm near all of them, which is like a violation of my like human privacy because being near that filthiness is just wrong. But that voice, man, I love. There's one thing that's better than crappy Nirvana. It's singing Nirvana songs when it's me because I'm doing the sounds and I'm
Right.
having a joyful time doing it. So, making fun of Nirvana is great. And
I'll say-
someone's gonna be. And I can already hear it now from miles away. Oh, the Foo Fighters. Hey, Foo Fighters guy, I'll do you one better. Listen to Probot. Way better than anything the Foo Fighters are doing. In case you're thinking, what's Probot? It's this one album Dave Grohl did on the drums where every song had a different metal vocalist. And he only did one album. He's supposed to do 2 albums. Sadly, he never got to the second album, but he had all these great vocalists. Max from Sepultura,
Yes.
Kronos from Venom. He had the dude from Saint Vitus. So
Yeah.
that was a real album. So if
Hell
you
yeah.
want
Dude,
something to go
Pocket
Dave
Watch was
Grohl,
better than Foo Fighters.
Probot is the way to go. That came out in 2004
That's an old
or
one.
5.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
I
That's it.
remember it was brand new in high school, and I was like, bro, I used to rip on this guy, but he ain't so bad.
Dude,
Well, it's
Kurt
funny
Cobain
when he's
is
the best
like
singer in
John
your band.
Lennon, where the more I find out about him, like the more I just can't stand him.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
just both very difficult heroin addicts.
Yeah.
Like it
Choose
seems like a
your
big
addict.
pain in the ass.
I of the three, I can't stand Dave Grohl. I hate Dave Grohl. He's a good drummer. Don't get me wrong. He's actually a talented drummer. I hate Dave Grohl as a
Yeah.
person, as a human. He is
He's a
repugnant. And so he's my problem. Chris is like he's just kind of there. I don't really have a
Did he get
problem
into
with it.
politics?
Well,
Probably.
Not in
He
He
politics,
tried.
yeah,
Didn't he try to delve into that arena?
I don't know how far he went, but I know he dived into it a bit. However
Right.
far that went, whatever.
It
it was.
sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, because I remember like seeing something like, isn't that the bass player from fucking Nirvana?
Right. Well, I mean, it's just weird when the
Yeah.
best singer, guitar player, bass player in your band is the drummer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he,
that
no,
is-
he
that's a
is
lot.
he is the best player in the band. That's for sure. That's as much as I hate saying once again good things about Dave Grohl.
I
And
know.
Robot was
It's
a
hard.
great
It's
was a
hard.
great run project.
Yeah.
At least he has some merit to him. Whereas Kurt Cobain, even if I put the Suicide Squad like stuff separate from him and his whiny personality separate, His voice is absolutely unbearable, and Nevermind is such a terrible album. Like I would definitely like flush the toilet if I could flush the album down the toilet with the Black Album. I would flush the toilet continuously until the end of my days.
Right. That's funny.
Oh,
Hey, will you pull me up on the screen real quick? I have a quote on my picture right now. This is one of the main reasons why I dislike him so much. Kurt Cobain literally said, "I'm not into musicianship at all. I don't have any respect for it," which would make every single thing that he did. And he is as overrated as possible.
Yeah.
You know,
That's awful.
I don't want to sound like I'm defending this douchitarian, but I don't have any problem with a guy who doesn't want to be about like over top musicianship, because not everyone's Dream Theater, and that's obviously a very technical band with very musically demanding and challenging stuff. There's nothing wrong with a simple riff, because to me it ain't about how fast, how hard, how technical you are. It's about writing something that's good, that's hooky, that's memorable. And but the problem is Nirvana didn't write memorable. They wrote unbearable
and crappy on purpose.
They
made it bad on purpose.
One of the things that I actually don't mind Nirvana musically, and that's fine. Like I said, I know we're gonna have disagreements about that, and that's fine. What I don't like what Nirvana did, they hated the song Teen, because they Teen Spirit was like a in studio, we need an extra song. They never planned on that being the hit that it was. But they disliked the song so much that they would always fuck it up when playing it live, like play it like fucking chimpanzees and just do a terrible job with it, which I find incredibly disrespectful to the kids who paid money to see them. That's just
fans, you're there to
that's
for
fucking
fans.
Pretentious
So
cocksuckery.
Yeah, I will say this.
Why miss it?
I will say this, and everything that we have said up to this point is true. But without this band, we are still listening to bubblegum pop music in the 90s. This band turned the entire music industry around and started off a great decade of music of Korn, the Deftones, Tool, Alice in Chains. All started
they started the grunge scene, right? And there's better grunge bands that came out of that. I mean, they were just kind of like the face of the Seattle scene, but it doesn't mean that that they're without sin, and a lot of it is, I think we covered it. It's just the blatant douchebaggery. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Eddie Vedder's a douchebag on his own, but
I fucking hate Eddie Vedder. It irritates me that he's the only one left alive.
He's not half the douche that like Kurt Cobain was. It's not even close.
Agreed.
Now, see, for me, musically, I definitely prefer Nirvana. I don't like Pearl Jam. I don't like Pearl Jam musically. So that's my whole hatred of them. Right. Not their granola. I don't care about that. But I just don't like them.
Soundgarden.
I used to hate Soundgarden because of Black Hole Sun. I hated that song with a red hot boiling passion. And then someone played for me the album Bad Motorfinger. And this is actually pretty good. And someone's like, that's Soundgarden. And that's when I realized they had the symptom of, I hated them for the hit, but then once I actually listened to an album, realized, oh, hey, these guys actually have some good songs, and their worst song on the album is the hit.
Right.
I prefer Audio
Slave. Sorry, Soundgarden. I still hate that song, but man, that freaking Bad Motorfinger album, the rest of it,
I prefer to Alice in Chains.
I like Alice.
Even the newest, well, it's not the newest one, but it was the first one with the new singer, Black is White to Blue. I like that album. I thought it was nice that Drake and Pearl got on some heavy riffage on that album.
I like their new music is still very good. They're not getting the play they were. They're still playing big shows though. It's just they're not the shiny new thing. It is what it is. I was
But I
neglectful
still
at the
played
beginning of the
big
show,
venues,
and I forgot to say hello to our chat. I fucked that away. So I got to zip through here real fast. Say hi, everybody. Our good friend Zax is out there. Hello.
What's up,
Nice to
Zax?
see you. Adam Gray of Adam
What's up,
and
Adam?
Babs of B-Roll Stage.
And Babs is here as well.
Rio, welcome.
Yo.
Good to see you out there. There's Babs. Hello, Babs. Nice to see you.
See you, Babs.
I got everybody. Oh, Miss Sparkles. Hello, Miss Sparkles. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
Marco.
You snuck in. Sammy with the derp face. Yes, that's true.
Dave.
That's 10.
Dave
Oh,
C.
Dave C.
Yeah,
Dave C.
he was
I
my
made up a
guest
word.
earlier
I'm just making
on
sure
my Star Trek show. He's been a listener of my channel for many years. He's a good dude. We actually know each other
excellent.
in person now. So YouTube made us friends.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Aw.
Really great dude.
Becca McMullen.
Becca.
Becca. Okay, I'm looking at it, and there's like almost no way I'm gonna not fuck that up. Welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. And I
Frank's
think
in the
that's
chat.
everybody, unless someone else.
You got Frank in the chat.
Frank.
You got
Oh, is
Frank.
Frank out there? Frank Aitley?
Yeah, Frankie.
Frank
and Eraser.
Frank. Okay, I'm missing people, but I don't want to get hung up here, folks, because you know that I'll do that because I'm an.
Oh, Waldo's here.
I know that.
Waldo.
All right, so that's a good start. That is a good start.
That's a
Again,
strong
like I said,
start.
I know we're going to have opposing opinions and about the why of things. Like I said, I don't mind Nirvana. I hate Dave Grohl. I think he's a cocksucker. Okay, so that being said, let's just go in order here tonight, folks. Shield, what do you got?
All right, let's see here. There's so many.
There's a lot. It's hard to choose.
There are. I'm gonna go with Neil Young.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Okay.
He's had some hits, and I'll admit they were good. Like his live performance in 1971 of Old Man was just spectacular, but he's crashed out since then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hard.
He looks
Yeah.
like a
Publicly.
foot.
Yeah.
You're more generous than I am. I'll leave it at that.
All I'm saying is that some of his, if you look at his entire library of music, it's not all shit, but
Yeah,
recently-
Cinnamon Girl's a cool song.
He also thinks he's far more relevant in the
Yeah,
modern
yes,
he
era.
is, yeah.
than
Yeah,
he
when he
is-
left Spotify, I was like, oh
no,
no,
not Neil Young.
Whatever will I do?
Neil Young is one of those artists where, like, so I grew up. There were certain artists that my parents would play because my dad had this massive record collection, and he would just let me dig through it, and and I ended up liking a little bit of Crosby, Stills, and Nash, but I never liked Neil Young. He's like, you'll grow into it. Like there's certain like Springsteen songs that like I can appreciate now. I don't really like Springsteen, but growing up, I was like, I get where he's coming from lyrically. I didn't, this is someone I never grew into. I fucking hate him. Everybody who's like, I never see it. He sounds like he's whimpering all the time. It's like, oh man, look at my life. I was like, oh, this is fucking great. Cool.
Yep. No, I'm with you on that. He likes to put his foot in his mouth. I didn't know he was a contortionist, but he managed to pull it off pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad that you
I-
said that. I didn't even think of that. I fucking hate Neil Young.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, there's not a whole lot about him that I find redeeming as far as musicianship goes either. So, like, on top of everything else, it's just, wow, this guy is annoying and he's like that, and he sounds like that when he sings.
Freedom with a commie hat on? What?
Yeah, right.
That about sums it up. Well,
Yeah, with the freedom. Yeah, because
his upbeat
commies
song
are
"Walking
free.
in the Free World."
Ugh.
Yeah, but He
already sounds old there.
He's like Roy Orbison. He sounded like he was 80 since he was like 16 years old.
Right.
And Roy looked like he was
Roy
80.
Orbison was good.
Yeah, Roy Orbison's amazing.
Yeah.
Roy Orbison also looked like he was in his mid 60s when he was at 15.
That's true. Yeah, he was born that way.
Right.
Yeah, he built different.
Yeah, Neil Young just looks like an old sock. He's always looked like an old sock.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to bum a loose cigarette from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, come
I
on,
think
man.
he
We're
might
having
be
a rough time.
I think he might
Here's
have.
the
Yeah,
sandwich.
he does look like the guy out bumming spent cigarettes on the.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I know the type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
have
don't
that
really have
shirt.
anything good to say about Neil Young. Let's see. Oh, what do we have here? What do we say?
There you go.
I hope
Skinner.
it will burn. Southern man don't need him.
Yep.
Yep.
That's funny. You should bring that up.
It's from Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Skinner
Sorry,
lyrics.
sorry. I'm not up on my Southern rock. I apologize. It wasn't one of those genres.
Goat! Goat!
The goat.
Oh, here she is. Hello, goat. Welcome. Good to see you
Hola.
out there. Yeah, I don't think enough
Awesome.
about Neil Young to give him a lot of time. He's one of the artists that will be lost in the sea of musicians when you know in the 50 years to come. Where is the impact? Crosby, Stills, Nash, and who?
You know,
Um,
I was thinking
Yeah,
about
Crosby,
this
Stills, Nash, and Salieri.
when we were yes, yeah, when we were talking, coming up with this. But how many people and new people are still discovering music from like the 60s, right? But imagine if you were in the 60s, people listening to music from the 30s and the 20s, like they are, you know what I mean? Like the distance between the 60s and now, these songs are still popular. They still are good songs, but were people in the 60s listening to stuff from the 20s and 30s the same way we're listening to stuff from the 60s? I don't think so.
I would
That's a
agree
good
with
Like big
question.
band
I
stuff.
Sadly-
feel like
sadly,
certain
we
people
may never know the true answer to that because, obviously that was such a long time ago. That's for some people. That's even some lifetimes ago for some. We may never know. I mean, do I think some of the songs will live on? Unfortunately, yeah, because there's a lot. The thing is, with that type of music, it's music made, especially the hits. We'll say that it's made for parties. It's conveniently there for parties. You go to like a bar, and they're gonna have certain songs of his on, so you're gonna have that resonating for the crowds when they're drunk and on 800 different drugs. Much as I can't stand the music, the reality is like it's still got an audience. Like, trust me, it brings it back to how much I hate Nirvana and always have with a boiling passion. But the facts are the facts. Like that music still is carrying on to different generations, even younger audiences as well. And at least I can, still stand my ground on my opinions and realize I just never liked it, but I can still recognize that there's still going to be an audience for it for decades to come, regardless of how I feel about it.
Right. Yeah, but overrated, he definitely fits because some people I've heard talk about how amazing he is, and it's like, really?
Most of the people who
Shield,
say
what
that,
you were saying, like
most of the people who say that, I've only heard like the hits, and that's
Right.
like 5-6 songs, but they don't listen to an album.
Right.
But like what Shield is saying, like when you listen to like a lot of these like 60s guitar players going around, like they all talk about like Robert Johnson and stuff like that. So there had to be some blues, there definitely was blues influence. So yeah, I mean, I think people were listening to old records back then. I think if you're the right type of like musician, you just kind of like ingest everything and you can take with it what you like. But that I didn't hear like 20s jazz and go like, oh, that's that knocked me out. But I might have picked up a trick or two,
right.
From some things that
I guess that's what I'm saying though, is I don't know if people in the 60s were listening to the 20s jazz the way we're listening to 60s music now.
Telling you, big band music, man.
You also got to consider too the resources were a lot more. So let's just pretend that they weren't. The resources also were a lot more limited. So
Yeah.
and I'll give you a good example. Thrash metal band Death Angel. They reunited in the mid 2000s because they gained a whole new younger audience when stuff like YouTube and the internet was coming around, because they did okay in the late 80s, early 90s, but then they had a horrible car accident that caused them to split up. And when they had split up, they were like 19, 20. But then they got back together early 2000s because they gained a whole new audience because of the internet. So the internet, for better and worse, and that's a keyword and,
Yeah,
not mentioned the good part. So the resources are a lot more accessible. So it's easier if someone, let's just say, is getting into music who's young, and maybe they don't like what they're hearing, let's just say out of their current generation, they can go back and find stuff a lot easier from the past. Whereas back then, you actually have to put in some work to find
Right. Or nowadays, like a meme will use a song and it'll pop off and people will be like,
Yeah.
oh, what's this from?
Right.
And they'll be, oh yeah, we remixed and chopped this and screwed this song. And it's actually this one from the 60s.
Right.
The internet.
Oh, wow.
No, you're right. And the internet kind of destroyed the concept. And in my opinion, it's for the better. They kind of destroyed the concept of music that's, I guess we could say, mainstream or underground. Now it's just like a wild west of, everything is almost to some degree niche. Some things will be bigger than others, but I don't think you're going to have as many super stadium acts because let's just say the music industry doesn't have the monopolistic hold that they once had on the industry, especially now when you have like Bandcamp, YouTube, you can put stuff out, and then Kickstarter, Indiegogo put out stuff, without having to go through these other channels to get your music out. And I think that's a wonderful thing. Yeah, it's maybe it's unfortunate you might not have as many universal hits, and that's something even what's his name, Weird Al has conceded to, which is hard for him because he's a parody artist, and in order to be a parody artist, you need to kind of have stuff that people recognize in order for them to kind of get the joke. But because nothing is mainstream or nothing is underground, whatever way you want to swing it, it's hard for him to lean on material. So people got to adjust. But I think that's best for this world. People want water cooler talk, but I think the world is better off without water cooler talk.
Yeah, right.
I agree.
I'll say that the technology back then was different too. Like I was saying in chat, radio was far more important back then. People didn't have music that they could just bring with them, but their radios were in their cars, so they could bring their
albums that could just listen to either.
Right, like the 8-track thing was just starting to happen, and all things like that. It was just coming into it, so they're like the first generation of all that, like music on demand kind of attitude. Because before that, radio was like entertainment. They had like shows on there and things like that. Then it switched over to basically almost completely music, except for like talk shows, morning talk shows and whatnot. But then it was music the rest of the time. And that's where these people all started. And Neil Young got in at the freaking ground level on all that,
Well, there was the big difference between, we can even go back to the 90s. What I call disposable listening, which is kind of what we have now, Spotify.
Right.
It is such a churn of bands, literally everything, not everything, but just about everything is there, but you don't know what to look for.
Right.
In the days of terrestrial radio and before 1996, when the conglomerates didn't really exist, and you actually had local DJs playing local music,
right,
and they would discover an artist, and then from that discovery, it would spread, and it was more of an organic thing. And after 96, things changed radically. And then with the advent of Spotify and whatever the fuck the other ones were, people don't listen to music in the same way.
Right.
Like I said, it's background noise by and large for a lot of it, because I'm an album listener almost exclusively now. I get my vinyl, I put it on my turntable, and I listen to it. And I've only been doing this since like 2022. After decades of just let's put the playlist on.
Right.
The way you listen to an album is very different than the way you listen to disposable music. You pay attention to the album, and you hear all the songs that you're not going to hear in the disposable music realm. The many good songs
the
on
B-side and all that
you don't.
Right.
you know, you're just the A&R guys didn't want to put it out, whatever reason it didn't, you know, it doesn't find its way into the popular realm, so you never hear it. But if you buy the fucking record or CD, CDs are fine as well.
Yeah.
I prefer records, but that's a neither here nor
Or
there.
cassettes.
You're listening to the whole fucking piece of music.
Yeah.
But the thing about a CD is you can just zip by tracks if you want to. The thing about a record is you really can't. I mean, you can move the styles if you're feeling funky, but there's, you know, it's a lot.
Don't they have? I thought they had ones where you could advance it, but you had to have a special record.
I don't know. I have 3 of them, and none of them do that. So, yeah, I'm a collector now as well, my Sparkles. I got about 700 records I've collected since 2022. So
I do think that
well, you got me beat by like 500 or 600, but I got you on CDs. I got about 2,000.
Nice.
Oh, I have a binder of them. I don't even know how many I have in there. It's because I took them all out of the jewel boxes and I put them in a binder because I just needed the fucking space. And I put it in the closet, and that's where it is.
I just think listening to an album in sequential order, like you put it on and listen, I think sometimes they curate the song order to kind of flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's part of the composition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the album makes a little more sense and is better than being chopped up.
Oh,
Kind of like watching a TV show with the episodes out of order.
Oh no, you're onto something, Shieldwall. Because there are songs. Let's just say I'll hear a song from a band that I like before an album comes, and I'll think to myself, it's okay. But then I'll listen to it in the entirety of the album, and then I'll reevaluate my opinion sometimes all in one because you understand it within the context of the entire album, how it flows. And then before you know it, sometimes it becomes one of my favorite songs, if not the favorite song on the album. It's really funny how that happens. You gotta have that type of listening ear for it. It sounds like you're one of those guys who recognizes that, which is awesome. Yeah, I've had it happen with bands. And I'm like, I don't know about that song. And I hear that, I'm like, oh, this is
One
good.
of the
Never mind. I love it when that happens.
The album that comes to mind for me for that one is Monster Magnet's Power Trip.
Oh wow, I've heard that in a long time. Good choice.
Yeah, I did a lot of studying for promotion to that album, just playing it. Yeah.
Yeah, The Wall's another good example. Concept album, listen to start to finish, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes you'll hear a song and you know that you know leads into another song, and you're just like,
And Justice for All is a good example.
Yeah.
Peace sells, but who's buying?
Yes,
The living. And Bonded by Blood from Exodus.
Yeah. I'd say I listen to Chaos AD like that, but I don't know if it helps. I just love all of it. So
I'm a Beneath the Remains kind of guy. For
hey,
me,
there you go.
That's my Sepultura. Like
there
that's like, but that schizophrenia, morbid visions are anything that's a constant punch in the nose, bro. It's on like Donkey and Diddy Kong.
Agreed. Well, if both the Caballero brothers are in it, I'm down.
But
all right, let's keep on trucking here. Jacob Ironside, and I know you're in a mood tonight, so I'm very curious as to what we're going to get out of it.
You skipped Joker.
You skipped Joker.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry, Jacob. That's because you gave me boobs tonight. You're kind of going to have to hang on. All right, Joker. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know.
So you mentioned music that gets played in a bar. I work in bars. I've worked in bars for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And every time this happened, these two bands got played back to back last night. And I was going to go with somebody else initially, but then I remembered the Gallagher twins and Michael Stipe, fucking Oasis and REM. Fuck both of these bands. Both of them were at a music festival in London. This was back in the day, and someone was talking about it. It was Matt Pinfield was talking about it, and Michael Stipe is on stage. Says, "This next song is how about I hate being popular," and I'm like, "Then get off the stage. Yeah. Nobody wants to see you anyway." And then you got these two chuckleheads, which which I reserve that term for Dwayne Johnson and Dwayne Johnson only. So that's the class that these asshats are in. They're talking about metal bands, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And this is like right after like Wonderwall was like the big hit all around the world. Blah 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 blah.
I hate Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Right.
So much.
Yeah.
And then
Sucks, Amber.
It was Liam, I think, was talking about some of the other bands and just dissing the other bands. And Oasis is the greatest band ever. We are the most transcendent. We are the most transcendent thing to ever hit music. And it goes back to Matt Pinfield with just this blank look on his face. Says, "Well, we all can't be a Beatles cover band now, can we?"
Yeah, didn't one of them say he was like, I feel like I'm the reincarnation of John
Yes.
Lennon? They're like, weren't you
No.
born after John, or
No.
weren't you born before John Lennon was killed? And he's like, well, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
like, no, that's not how that works, dickhead.
Thing about Oasis.
He's a Riri.
There was a lot of Beatles
one more thing.
comparisons, a lot of
One thing.
unwarranted Beatles comparisons.
I agree.
Yeah.
They were big in
One more
Europe.
thing, Roman.
They were huge in Europe, and they were okay here, but they never found the legs in America. And this is the proving ground for music. Everyone in the business knows that. So Oasis, like I said, they did okay over here, but they never had the breakthrough like they did in Europe. Yeah, it just was what it was.
Europe did.
And Roman.
Bad here.
Roman, the one more thing. REM was on
Let me pull up REM too.
REM was on one of the MTV live shows where folks got to call in and make a request. For about half of REM's show, they were like, "Yeah, we played that song once. We don't know how to play that song. Yeah, we played that song once on tour. We've never played that song. We don't know how to play it." As opposed to say what you will, when the Metallica came on to the exact same show a month later, and someone's calling in some rare B track, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this."
Oh yeah, no, Ween is good for that. It was like you can throw out any like bullshit song that they once had, and they can play it. Also, if you told me that this was a picture of King Missile, I would believe you.
Stipe is the detachable penis.
He is.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they had a lot of songs that came out that people were like, "Oh, this is so good," and I was listening to it like, no.
I really think I only like what's the Frequency Kenneth. That's the only release.
I hate that song.
Didn't he only have like
REM,
really like 2 good albums? That was it.
No. REM actually has, and this is REM kind of early, and then Shiny Happy REM. All the REM back when it was indie band territory, I liked them very much.
Yeah.
Then they had that. Then they had their breakthrough, and their breakthrough is what ruined the band for me.
So they had their Load album.
Yeah, exactly.
Load
of shit. REM, I would say, Jason, so you and I have REM for me was great, and then I don't like that. Like I said, as soon as the bell rang, Stipe got more and more pretentious and retarded, and I just couldn't stand it. And I didn't like the style of music because it did change. You go from Driver 8 to Shiny Happy People, and you wouldn't really feel like it's the same fucking band.
Yeah, he's cursed now because he says he laments the song "Shiny Happy People" and they have to play it almost every fucking show. Or people.
Well, look what you did, Michael. Look what you did.
Yeah, It's like rubbing a puppy's nose in his shit. And you're like, hey.
Yeah, it's the end of the world, right? We know it.
So that's and I think some of the artists that we're going to talk about, we're going to have that crossover point.
Right.
Good band becomes
Yeah, but this isn't about good or bad. It's about overrated.
Well, it's overhyped, but no, that's when REM was smaller and producing good music, they weren't this giant thing. But then Stipe, you know, like I said, and this happens to many of them, and if we have time, we're going to get to you two. Where they were a good band, and then they get this head the size of a fucking, you know, Zeppelin, and
or in the case, because I saw No Doubt when they were just a local Anaheim ska band.
Yeah.
And they were great. Then they got signed.
Yeah.
And they forgot who they were.
Yep. Well, she ain't.
So I mean, like I said, it happens. It happens. Right. So
the great ska
now
all of that girl.
Now Jacob Ironside. sorry about that. Jacob.
Let's go.
You skipped Joker.
Right. It's a big one.
Oh God, what are you gonna
do?
The
Beatles.
Oh, God.
Oh, I don't know all about that.
I completely disagree, but I'm going to let you go.
I'm with him when it comes to songs about holding your hand. But when they got all weird and psychedelic, I'm like, okay, I can listen to this. Won't be something I'll seek out, but I can live with it on and not feel like I have suicidal tendencies.
They brought the genre to a
fuck you,
broader audience.
Go fuck yourself.
They did. I'm not going to deny that. But holding your hand is just too soy for me then, and it's even more soy for me now.
And other bands in the genre evolved it into rock.
Right.
Give me hand.
The Beatles were a pop band. They were a pop band.
Yeah, no, but that's when pop stood for popular music, not
right.
Yeah.
Well, pop. I think pop is like light rock. That's pop for me.
It's like dog shit. You know when you smell it.
They were a good band. The Beatles were a good band. They had good writing, but they're just really overrated to me.
I don't know. One band had to be the Beatles, right? You know what I mean? It was.
I want to support my
friend in me.
Okay. So the Beatles, they are, as Jacob says, they are some of the best songwriters you'll hear in one band. But as far as being musicians go, they're kind of average to above average at most.
Which is fine. I would agree with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a musician.
Right, but everybody acts like they're walking on water.
Covered, think about this, guys. Almost every time you hear a Beatles song covered by like modern, it sounds better than the Beatles original.
See, I think that's sacrilege. I don't.
Yeah, I completely disagree with this take. But like I said, we're gonna have these. Musicians, the weakest guy in the band, and we might fight about this. It doesn't. George Harrison was just lucky to be in the room because he was Paul's friend. I used to think it was Ringo. Ringo is actually a very talented drummer.
Yeah,
George was just a dude with a guitar who was Paul's friend. Yeah. Paul and John, as a team, were, I think, incredible songwriters. Now, I will give you, Jacob, post-Beatles, John Lennon did not have the legs post-Beatles. Paul McCartney went on to create Wings, and he was making remarkable music with Wings. I like the Wings. I like Wings, honestly, better than I like the Beatles.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I like Harrison's solo stuff better than I like John Lennon's stuff.
Well, you can look up hits. Look up hits post Beatles for the members of the band. Paul has a list as long as your fucking arm. John had that fucking communist cocksucking anthem, Imagine, and that fucking Christmas song where that fucking where his wife is howling in the background like someone's jumping on a cat.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of it. It's
working class hero is something to be. You're like, this isn't great at all.
Yeah, right. I was going to say that, Jason. Ringo, he wasn't
caveman. Caveman.
Ringo has a better solo career.
Yeah,
Ringo Starr has a better solo.
Did some shit afterwards.
Back Up Boogaloo is so much more fun than anything John Lennon did by himself.
Ringo's a hell. He's like a metronome with a
last
heart.
year. It's incredible.
My dad bought it too. I listened to it with him. I enjoyed it.
It's a great album. I love it.
I liked it.
Caveman's great. I remember the song from the fucking movie still, which is a little depressing, but it was a fun movie. Yeah, like I said, for me, like I said, musically, you're right though. George, even though he was lucky to be in the Beatles, had a better post-Beatles career than Lennon. Right. And granted, Lennon got cut short, but by the time 1980 came around, Paul had done a shit ton of music. Brilliant.
We all know why Lennon didn't do anything. That bitch Yoko Ono.
Yep.
No,
yes. Doing heroin.
Of course, he sucked.
Yeah, I'd say he ran out of juice.
Well, like I said,
but I will say that they're overrated in the fact that some people literally act like they're the best band to ever exist, and that they're the only ones who ever mattered, and they created everything that ever existed, and it's ridiculous. They were a good band for the time. They were especially good in their moment, but they don't stack up musician-wise to some other bands.
I think they're living off of the hype when they first came over, like how crazy their reception was.
Well, people hadn't seen anything like that at that time.
Right.
Yeah. It was new. This phenomenon of having, you had Elvis.
Yeah.
And you had the Beatles. But the Beatles, they, like I said, they set the groundwork for that, crazy, the mass fandom movement, which, like I said, just hadn't seen something like that previously. Right. Interesting thing about the Beatles, people always like to make the Beatles Rolling Stone comparison. They never saw themselves as competitors because they weren't the same type of band. The Beatles and the Beach Boys, on the other hand, had a wild rivalry.
Okay, I have a wonderful story about that. So Paul McCartney was visiting Brian Wilson when they were doing like Pet Sounds, and
incredible album.
It's a fantastic album, and they were kind of going back and forth, and as you know, Brian Wilson was kind of a finicky guy to begin with, but Paul McCartney was. Yeah, he was like, so he was like, I've been working on a song, and so he was showing him all these recordings, and then Paul sits down behind the piano. He's like, I just wrote this one the other day, and he sat down and goes, Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock as the day begins, and Brian Wilson didn't leave his house for a month.
Oh no, that's hilarious. Yeah. Wow. So. I think it's kind of an agree and disagree with this. I disagree about the Beatles being an overrated band. I do agree when we pluck John Lennon out of the mix and drop him over here with his wailing wife. I feel attacked.
What Jason
John
said
Lennon
there.
Individually becomes incredibly overrated, but I will say
George Harrison
partnered with Paul. They were a good songwriting.
They kept each other in check.
George Harrison saying that John Lennon was surrounded by good musicians.
Yeah.
So basically, he has Ozzy Osbourne syndrome. Tell me I'm wrong.
But Ozzy was likable.
He's a good singer.
Yeah, Ozzy was likable. That's the difference.
People like Ozzy Osbourne. Fucking John Lennon was just a heroin, drugged out pain in the ass who managed to find a woman who was more annoying than he was.
Yes. Well, Ozzy did find Sharon, so I'm just saying.
Dude, Sharon Osbourne will kick your ass. Sharon Osbourne kept Ozzy Osbourne in line for years.
She kept him alive like the way the White House kept Joe Biden alive.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
First wife was cool. His first wife was a really sweet lady. Unfortunately, that didn't last because
John's first wife was a very sweet lady. And then he
beat her and kept her apart from things that she loved.
All right, so now we are on to Sammy.
All right. Well,
What do you
there's
got,
older
Dave?
guys on the panel, so it might not mean a lot to you. But in high school,
no.
there was one band,
Feel
and
attacked.
I fucking hate this band, and it is Blink 182.
Fuck
Yeah.
Blink 182.
Oh, Yes.
Fuck
Fuck
them
them.
and their stupid
Yeah.
overhyped
They
pop
acted
punk
like
acts.
it was the second coming of Christ,
Oh,
and the guys know
God.
3 chords.
Ugh.
It bugged the shit out of me. I've always hated the genre of if you're so fucking
punk.
sad, why is it so happy?
Right.
I hate pop punk. It is garbage.
I fucking hate
Yeah.
pop punk,
I
fucking
think
stand
they
pop
make
punk.
Green Day look like fucking Mozart. I fucking hate Blink 182.
I agree. It's punk for people who don't like punk.
Yes.
Right.
It's the
Yeah.
whole,
Yeah.
I don't like punk, but I like this band. And if you're someone who actually knows punk, you're like, oh,
And-
of course.
I'd be the
And-
kid.
you're that
I'd be
thing.
the kid in the Misfit shirt, like smoking a cigarette at the
Yeah.
party, going like, "You guys are fags."
I
Yeah.
would have been the guy next to you, either wearing discharge or verbal abuse. But
Nice.
Yeah, I can't with this guy.
What,
And if you're
Dead
and-
Kennedys and
Yeah.
and plus,
Black Flag.
and these guys
I like Black
were
Flag.
like,
Yeah.
these guys were like trying to be punk.
Exploited.
If you're trying to be punk, you're not punk.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
This was poser punk.
Posers,
This was
yeah.
poser
Oh, yeah.
punk.
There, yeah.
What's
Oh,
what's one
man.
of their big songs? What
Whatever it's called.
Something about
Say
masturbation.
it ain't so. What's my
Oh,
age?
Miss Sparkle
No,
says,
no,
"What's
say it
my
ain't so is
age?"
Weezer, dude. Weezer is fun.
Oh,
No problem.
yeah.
No. No,
No,
they
she's
have
right.
Say It
What's
Ain't
My
So as
Age?
well.
Yeah, that's a terrible fucking song.
I will not go. Turn the lights on.
Seven,
Okay.
seven.
I
Seven.
heard sung by my employer, and
Oh.
I thought I was gonna like freaking die and come back to life. I was like, shit. I gotta hear this crap again.
So
Yeah.
you bring up a good point. I actually, and this is a matter of musical preference. The entire pop punk genre,
I
I
hate it.
fucking despise. I
Yeah.
hate Green Day equally to Blink 182. I hate them both so much. And it's funny, the picture I put up for the show. It wasn't originally Bono that was supposed to be there. I wanted Billy Joe Armstrong. But every time I did that, the AI would make that Corky kid from Life Goes On and put him in it instead.
I was gonna say, did it just put in Ellen DeGeneres? Because everybody in Green Day now just looks like a different version of Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
That's also I had a 2-parter. My second is famous tenor Placido Domingo. You call that a vibrato, you son of a bitch? Nothing too highbrow. Okay.
He's okay.
Too high.
Zach, you're gonna
I
get-
have a better.
You're gonna get banned.
The Hanson dance.
You're gonna get banned, bro.
Wow.
Dude, I will take Hanson any day over fucking
Over Blink.
Blink
pop,
182.
no pop
Yeah.
punk in general.
Yeah.
This
Oh no,
super-
you're not wrong. You're not
Oh,
wrong.
Blink
shut the
182
fuck up.
should have been like a one-hit wonder band with that one song, and
Yeah.
maybe you hum it while you're taking a dump or you're doing shots or something.
Right.
And that's about-
Staying up, waking up all night.
They take
Oh
that
my God,
one
kill
beat,
me.
that same beat, and put it in like 17 straight songs. You know,
Oh my God, you're so right.
I
They should have been a one-hit
I-
wonder and gone.
Who
the
sings
fuck
Stacy's
away.
mom? Who cares? It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
Okay. It was like they should just take like the best 10 songs, call it pop punk, and that should be the end of it.
like you guys remember another band from that time, Jesus Jones or whatever they were called. They were one-hit wonder. They gave us
Oh
their best
yeah,
effort,
yeah.
unbelievable, and we never heard from them again. So we didn't have to. You know, one-hit
Yeah,
wonders exist for a reason. That
Yeah. Taking
Yeah,
Back
it sounds
Sunday,
clean.
all that shit.
Yeah, it
Oh,
sounds-
who's the other one? Brand New. People acted like Brand New was like the second coming of Christ. And I remember I went to go see them with Modest Mouse, and thank God Modest Mouse opened, so I
right.
could just get the fuck out of there. And then so I stayed around for like one song, and my buddy was like, oh, like it was a group of people like from high school. and we're now in our 20s, and I just bolted, right? And then like my buddy John later, he calls me up and he's like, "You didn't stay for Brand New?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Dude, in the middle of the last song, he broke down, started crying, and was screaming in the fetal position on stage." And I was like, "We like rock and roll for very different reasons."
Yeah. Right. Yes. Indeed.
Oh, Green Day.
Oh my God, free Ellen DeGeneres, right there. Look at him.
Oh my God.
Yikes, dude.
You guys have just like recapped like 3 nights I had this past week. It's just
Sorry, Joker.
playing just the
Poor
same
Joker.
genre of shit for like half an hour. I want to kill myself. I want to start taking shots at work. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's
And
it's,
then-
it's,
and then
it's
again,
such a painful topic.
and then again, but I have to pretend that, oh yeah, this is great, and inside I'm just like, I hate all of you. I hate all of you. Leave. Go home. Go home.
It's a good thing Joker doesn't live in Canada. He'd sign up for Maid.
Green Day is ass cancer.
They
Well
are,
yes.
phrased,
Yes.
Adam. That's a
Yes.
Now Green Day can sign up for me. That would be good.
When I was a stupid teenager, I liked them, but now I despise them.
Now,
They're
however, though-
assholes.
However, there is a station out here. Green Day came out and did a music
Overall, Green Day.
festival, and he said that, you know, Vegas is like the worst town. Blah 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 blah. This station, this was like 4 years ago, and they refuse to play any Green Day.
Good.
They will never
Nice.
play them.
Fuck them.
Nice.
see,
Good.
that's a win. That is a fucking win.
Yeah. No,
Now that our
before we move on, Green Day. Those
Sir.
people are so freaking overrated. It was my class song. It was at
No!
Oh, dude, I'm telling you.
No, Dempsey.
It was terrible. It was everywhere. It was all over the place. You could not get away from them. And they literally named their album Dookie, and I couldn't agree
Oh
more.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. If I never hear
Dude,
another
I know
Green Day
people.
song
That's
in
their
my life,
class
I'd
song
do
when it didn't even fucking come out that year.
Right.
It's not even that good of a song.
I
Like,
couldn't agree more.
I gave so little a shit about prom and all that other crap. I can't even remember what my class song was.
I like how my
I know what
school
my
did it.
class
I was
song
like,
was.
every graduating class,
and I wish I did.
it was American Pie. I was like, that's just the song. This is
Don
the song
McLean?
that you're gonna. Yeah. Since,
That's a long song.
I
since
would've
that
taken it. I
song has
would've
come out, that's been the class song. So
Nice.
like,
You know what my class song was?
Mm.
We Are the World. We are the fucking
Oh my
world.
god, that's
Little fucking
I'd rather
starving
listen to
African
Green Day.
children.
Hey,
That's
I'll trade you.
That's was
yeah, I you know what, I at least that's more fun, especially after watching the documentary how hard it was to get all the people in that room. And
Right.
I'll take that
yeah.
over Dookie.
I'd rather think
Why
about
did-
kids starving to death than listen to Green Day.
When I hear half these songs, it's like when I watched the first sequel to Star Trek or Star Wars. Where I walked out of the theater and I was like the only one that I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? That shit sucked. And everyone else was like, yeah, it's the best thing ever. And I was like, it was garbage. And then it just got worse from there. But I have
They
that
killed
feeling
Han
when the
Solo.
first time I listened to certain songs like Green Day and I heard it and I was like, this isn't that good.
Yeah, it's overrated.
Right.
I also feel like I'm working in a restaurant again and I'm only listening to like the same 20 songs and it's like, yep, same shit.
Oh,
As-
You can't wait for Christmas, huh?
Oh God.
oh, fuck off.
Yeah, that's what they tried to do at work the other day. It was like, hey, we don't want you guys wearing earbuds anymore, but how about we get a radio in the back and we can find something that we all agree on? I was like,
No.
yeah, okay. The first person put Christmas music on it, and I'm shooting up this place.
Right.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
you want to
wow. That escalated
wanna-
rapidly. You start hearing Yoko
Yeah.
screaming in the background. How about
Sammy, just
Yeah.
grab.
Yeah. No, they're like, well, we want your work to be a little bit more detail oriented, and it was like the turn off Santa Claus is coming to town. Okay,
Right.
Right.
Is it one of those things where you have to
Or,
rotate, so
Sammy?
you have to play like country and then
Oh, fuck
rock
off.
and
Oh no, that got the kibosh put on it so quickly it didn't even fucking matter because everyone was like, "So you want a 38-year-old man in a rock band, a 65-year-old woman from the Middle East, and like however old this girl Jessica is, to all agree on one genre of music?" And I was like, "Can we do talk radio?"
Sammy, have you ever heard of a metal band called 6 Feet Under?
Yeah.
Undead.
You can find this. They make a habit of covering like Christmas songs and stuff.
AC/DC as well. They have a fetish with that.
6 Feet Under turns it all into death metal. Like, Santa Claus is coming. I suck at it, but they make them great. You know,
it was the original singer from Cannibal Corpse. After he left the band after the bleeding, he started that band because Corpse Grinder replaced him, but Chris Barnes is the original singer, and he started with Alan West, who was also an Obituary, which at the time 6 Feet Under was just basically an Obituary extension because they both have the groovy Black Sabbath swampy riff, but except the vocal style instead of a raspy John Tardy. It was more of that Cookie Monster, Chris Barnes that one. No, I like the first album from 6 Feet Under, A Haunted, but that's and Maximum Violence, but that was kind of like where it started and stopped for me.
I can add to that. I heard some Christmas carols being sung by Taria, the Nightwish singer.
Oh, shit. Oh, nice.
A dark and just
thanks
for
specifying singer. They've had like 4 female singers, so thank you for specifying.
Right, Taria.
Yeah,
they were awesome.
Okay, so Dempsey, you are
all right, Dempsey
next. So when I did my Yoko impression just now, Mrs. of the Empire came out, and she's like, I'm like, did you hear that? She's like, I'm not the only one that heard that. Pippin started to howl.
That's funny. That's funny.
So, Dempsey, what do you have, sir?
Did a Yoko impression as well.
Right. Well, I'll say there's a lot of bands that I was going to bring up that have already been discussed tonight. And I'm going to have to agree with a lot of the overrated that's already happened because a lot of that was on my list already. I want to give a special shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce in this part of it. Because for sure. Those people, and I have no idea why Jay-Z gets to pick who shows up at this halftime Super Bowl, but whatever. It's not my call, I guess. Talk about overrated. The guy's terrible. But I'm going to go ahead and say Bob Dylan.
Oh, the Bob.
Yeah.
The
Oh my God, I hate it.
He sounds like the Martian.
Right. I don't understand. Like, I get that some people like things that I'm not going to like, but how could you listen to someone talk like this the whole time?
Oh, mama, can it really be the end?
Oh, man, this is so bad. It's just grinding. I don't care for that style. I don't care for a lot of his songs. Now, there are some. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a total hater. I just don't understand why people put him up as high as they do, because the guy is super overrated. He's mediocre at best as a singer. At very, very best. He's not up there, but I guess he writes some decent tunes. He's got a couple ones that resonated with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So I'll go. I'm not total hating. I just think he's overrated.
So
put him way higher than he needs to be.
I have multiple relatives who saw him, grew up with him, you know what I mean? Not physically, but when he was playing clubs and stuff. His first of all, he never recorded well, right? And his voice got that EB thing going on.
Right.
After he was mid-20s or whatever. But when he was young and singing live, he sounded way better. I don't know if that's recorded anywhere though.
I was just going to say that when he was doing the folk stuff before he got into the rock, I actually liked him a lot better. Stuff he was doing in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's where I'm going to go with this. I have another one that is super highly controversial, but we'll see if it gets a chance to come back around to me or not.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. We didn't spend much time on Dylan, so go ahead.
Well, okay. I'll go ahead and say that as far as people being overrated, not bad, but overrated, Jimi Hendrix.
What?
I'm going to go ahead and say Jimi Hendrix
Goodness.
is.
Uh-oh,
There
there's gonna
are
be a fight.
so
There's
many
gonna be a
people
fight.
alive who are better at playing guitar than him.
That's not
People
why he's
put him
great.
as a goat. People put him as a goat guitar player, and he is like literally #1 on so many lists of guitar players I've ever seen.
Because he
The reason-
invented like 5 different types of rock music.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I
he-
didn't know how to play like music. He taught himself how to do it by ear and stuff, which is
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Black Sabbath
The guy-
exists because
But
of
he's
Jimi
not
Hendrix.
as good as Steve Vai. He's not as good as maybe Joe Satriani or a
Yeah,
Santana or I don't know, Dimebag or Eddie Van Halen.
But does
or-
Black
Yeah.
Sabbath exist because of Stephen Vai? No, it exists because of Jimmy.
Right,
Hendrix.
but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about his ability to play guitar.
But I understand what you're saying.
Right.
So,
Well, I get it influential. I
Yeah.
understand.
It's
I'm
great-
not saying he's bad. He deserves to be in the top
Yeah.
10 at least. He's not #1. He's not number
Okay.
one.
like that entire wave of British rock, the multiple waves that came back, because they were all listening to Hendrix singing in bars in England, basically.
Right.
You know,
The dude was good.
not everyone knows this one, but Black Sabbath,
Hmm.
they were starting to get together as a band, like and playing different sounds. They were like, "What are we gonna play together?" You know, that type of English horrible accent sound.
See,
So,
I don't
they
know
went
how
out
I
to a
feel on
club.
that take. That's a very interesting take. I don't know if I agree or disagree with it,
Mm.
but I respect it because I've never heard it, and maybe I've only heard very selective Hendrix songs, so I've
Right.
only heard the hits. I don't feel like
Oh,
my
right.
take on it really has any merit to it. So
I
I
respect.
guess I'm
you
just
guys.
I guess I'm in the neutral, the rare neutral position on this one. I
Roman,
like what I've heard from Hendrix, but
I respect
I
Dempsey.
haven't heard enough to really warrant a valid take, I guess.
Roman, check your X DMs.
Okay.
Basically, he
hang on.
wants you to
Oh,
check
hang on. I
your
got to take this
private.
off the screen though, otherwise you're going to see all my naked pictures that I.
Anyway, let me.
They're
So
seriously
the guys in Black Sabbath went out to a club and they were listening to music while trying to figure out what their bands were going to be about. And then one of them says, "Let's play with that guy on stage now," and that was Hendrix.
Right.
Well, also Jimi Hendrix he was the guitar player for Little Richard
Yeah.
At one
for a
point.
point in time.
Lemmy from Motorhead was Jimi Hendrix's bass tech or guitar tech. I forget
That's
what.
true. Yep.
And
Yeah, here
Jimi
I
Hendrix
found this for you guys.
Crazy influential.
Lemmy
Easily top
was
10.
way up for
I'd say
Scott.
Tosin Abasi's a better guitar player than him.
From
Well,
Animals
that's
as
for you,
Leaders
Dempsey.
guy. Okay.
I mean, he's,
Yeah, I'd say
the guy
he's
is
definitely-
insanely
God damn it.
technical and
He's a great
learned.
player, but I mean,
Right.
but the music though is kind of.
Well, I would agree
I'm
with
not a
that.
Hendrix fan.
I would agree. with
I
that.
don't really think about Hendrix that often. I just got to be honest. I just don't. I when I do hear him, I'm not a fan. I understand the influence. I get that. That's
Right.
that's an undeniable thing.
Absolutely.
I just don't really like him. And
I
it is what
I
it
like
is.
his performance of Voodoo Child at Woodstock, simply because when you watch the video, it pans out into the crowd and you realize that a bunch of them are on LSD and these guys are like ripping their faces off. Like,
Right.
and it's probably the most like hardcore he's ever sounded. You know, he plays it, I'd say, like half an octave up, and like it really makes the song fucking slap. And other than that, like you know, I got all excited when I bought that album with the unreleased like tracks and alternate tracks like Valleys of Neptune, and like I really wasn't that impressed with you know, I was like, you know, the alternate take of Red House is just what it is. It wasn't like, oh, it's some drastically different song. I was like, he had a specific sound. He was kind of the first guy to do the blues on Mars, and I can understand why people give him the credit that he does that he gets is because he was the first really to have a sound like that. But if you're going to talk about like playing wise, I mean, yeah, I mean, other people now have, you know, exceeded him, but I don't think they get anywhere without him.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
you know, he's the one who kicked the door open.
Yeah, absolutely. And he opened the door for people to go past him.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And I agree. And the guy is crazy good in its own right today. If he was playing that exact stuff right now, he would be just as good. And I think that,
you know,
that easily he gets put at the top of many, many lists that I don't think that he deserves to be.
Oh, I think Stevie Ray Vaughan's a better fucking, you know.
Yeah, that's a
really
great
good.
example. Yeah.
Brian May, I'll take as a
Oh, Brian May is yeah.
Yeah, and
Tom Morello.
he was a great songwriter. He was a great performer. Was undeniably great performer. The guy was electric on stage, and I think that had a lot to do with where his position went, which isn't really musicianship; it's performance, which go hand in hand. They go hand in hand, and the good ones always do. And
He took the Jew fro into rooms that the Jew fro should not go into.
right. And he left his mark. And the guy is undeniably in these lists. I just don't think he should be at the top. So that's
okay.
Overrated.
Okay.
Well, considering like Taylor Swift made like the last like top 10.
Right.
Rolling
Yeah.
Stone.
And Beyonce won best country album. So like that's where we're at now.
Hey, she is breaking down doors, sir. That glass ceiling is shattering.
Those
see
shows
that?
don't mean jack shit about
Hey,
funk,
guys.
and they haven't meant
No.
shit for the last 30, 40 years.
I
I'm
couldn't
gonna
agree
take the
more.
Public enemy position. Fuck the Grammys. Fuck all of them. As long as you have
Absolutely.
fans that enjoy it, whether it's 5,000, 10,000, 1 million, that's all that matters. Begging for acceptance from those people who are going to be there at best to pretend that they care about you, fuck that shit.
Right.
I'll take the people who actually want to like my music because they like the music.
Yeah, well, like they said on Twitter today, like, you know, they're like Iran's threatening to bomb the Oscars. I was like, please.
I promise.
Right,
It'd be
yeah.
the one good thing coming
Go
out of my
Go ahead. Like, I need to see these jack-ups smack themselves on the back for 2 hours.
It's also like that line from Mars as Attacks. They've blown up Congress, and I'm like, you say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to address something Eraser said in the chat here. I would agree
Which
that
one?
Eddie Van Halen is better than Jimi Hendrix as far as guitar playing.
Well, briefly,
He was one of the ones on my list that I would put above him. Eddie Van Halen was good in ways that defy logic. It's kind of insane. Just saying. The
Eddie
guy
Van
is
Halen
great.
was a great guitarist until he got married.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
Always the
seems to
bitches.
be like a running theme.
Yeah.
yeah, because you
That's
know
what-
why?
that's
Because
not
he'd
me
be
saying
practicing at his house, and his wife would be like, "I ain't gonna play that damn thing all day." And it's like, "Yeah, no, didn't just pay for this fucking mansion or anything."
Right.
What he
My
should have
aunt-
done was turn it up and do it louder.
Yeah, my aunt is a hippie, and she's not into Van Halen, but she likes his guitar play. And then one day she's playing, and then she hears he got married to Valerie Bertinelli, and she goes to me, "Watch, he's gonna start sucking at playing the guitar now."
But she is extremely nice. Eddie was a fucking tool. I met
Oh,
them
human
at,
beings, yeah. I can tell what a human being is. I'm talking
right.
musical.
Just
Right.
I saw them at Disneyland when I the work there back in the day. So I saw the Wolfgang when he was like yay big.
Oh wow!
When he was Pup Gang.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm done making people mad. We can go on.
Okay. All right, now on to Matt. What is your take here,
Okay.
Matt?
So, did anyone bring up Pearl Scam?
We have
Kind of.
We
Yeah, we
have
talked about them for a
They
minute.
talked about them.
Oh, Pearl Jam.
It's just,
The
Sammy,
father of Mohawk.
I didn't even know what you said. All you had to do was sing it like that, and I
Yeah.
knew who
Yeah.
you were talking about.
Yep, exactly.
I still remember. I don't know if you guys are, and I know Roman and JB are old enough to remember this. When Pearl Scam and Nirvana had that concert, and Eddie comes out, and it's a big concert. Eddie is like, "Oh my God, all these people were selling out," and I was like, "You mother! These people come out to see you and sing your music with you and shit." And then
Right.
Kurt Cobain comes out and goes, "I get it, man. I totally get it. Our music is for anyone who wants to live." Like it woke him up. And of course, he was murdered like a couple weeks later. But like,
allegedly
but the reaction of Eddie Van Halen has made me a him and Pearl Scam.
better.
Yeah, Eddie, any Eddie except Iron Maiden Eddie. I hate. There we go.
There you go.
I just took like,
Fair.
I just took like 7 pills a half an hour ago, guys. So
Oh wow.
Oh,
No, you're good. Hey, can we go ahead and throw Temple the dog in here too? May as well.
Fuck yes.
yeah. So I will, since that's been mentioned, Sammy, you mentioned Placido Domingo.
I like Temple of the Dog.
I was just making a joke about Placido Domingo. Yeah.
Oh, no, I got one for you.
I don't
Yeah.
think Temple of the Dog were overhyped though. Not many people really know them well, even though I
Right.
No,
wasn't
they're
listening to
yeah,
them,
they're
but they weren't.
That's
they
really the
weren't
only
that
song
well
I know
known.
from them.
Wait,
I feel
what,
like
yeah,
they're
what
just.
song?
I feel like they're kind of like in a room temperature spot. They're like in a room temperature spot where they had
It's too
their
high.
band, but no one really talked about them outside of that, for better or worse. So it's almost like there's
yeah.
apathy outside of it. Whereas at least with Pearl Jam, you have obviously a lot of fans and you have a lot of detractors as
Right.
well. There's reaction outside of fan base. Temple of Dog had nothing but crickets.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they
You either
have
like
the
them
one song.
or you either
Yeah.
like them or you just never thought of them. And even though I'm someone who not only never liked them, I never thought about them. Whereas Nirvana, I took pride. I did merry-go-round making fun of that music. But Temple of Dog, I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
Right.
Here's another one. Since you all got on top, a Rage Against the Machine with
Ugh.
Sweet. Oh my God, I would
Giant
listen to them
support of the
sing,
machine.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
how could
For the
people
machine.
like I'd be listening to MTV back when they didn't suck, and they're playing Tool and Guns N' Roses and Metallica
Yeah.
and anything good, and then they'll play Rage Against the Machine, and I'm like, how could you play that shit in the same
Yeah.
room as anything else? Even Temple of the Dog was better than Rage Against the Machine. That's
I
saying
would
something.
agree. Actually, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I actually really would. I can't believe
Yeah.
I'm saying, but I actually would agree on that. That's a fact. See, I've always hated, and this, even if you take away the political takes, I hate Tom Morello's sound as a guitar.
Tom
I hate
Morello
Zach
is a
De La- I
cocksucking
hate
chimpanzee.
Zach De La
I
Roca's
fucking hate him.
voice.
Yeah.
I
And
hate,
the other guy-
I think the
I've
lyrics
never
are
been a fan.
awful. Even if to me, it is an awful songwriting. Even, I don't need them to be great musicians. I say that very clearly on the stream. But to me, they don't have songs that stick with me. They have songs that I just forget about. And then like people can say, "Oh,
Yeah.
what song do you really hate?" I'm like, "There's that one song about killing, but I don't know what that's called."
Yeah, killing the name where they
Is
just
that
say the
what it
same
is?
thing over
Okay,
and
see,
over
I
and
really
over
don't know.
and over
I just know
and
I've heard it.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it was
music right
trash.
here.
No, I
It's
agree,
still
dude.
trash
Limp Biscuit
now.
resonates with me more than
Yeah.
Rage
Oh
Against
yeah,
the
See, I
Machine.
put them in the same. I put them in the same toilet, and that's because of Fred Durst, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
Wes
that's
Borland-
true, but I'm
Wes
saying
Borland
I
is a
can
better
name more
guitar
Limp Bizkit
player.
songs than I can Rage Against the Machine.
you?
Here's the
Okay.
thing:
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit never presented themselves as art like Rage Against the Machine did.
That's true.
Limp Bizkit
That's
was like,
the thing.
let's throw back a few beers, sing some of these funny songs. Same
Yeah.
thing with Kid Rock. Kid Rock has never said, I'm like the greatest rock. It's an act. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
he literally had a song called Rock and Roll Jesus.
Yeah. Hey Roman, did you bring up the ones we were talking about behind the scenes? Bruce Scamstein and Mos
No, we were
Def?
gonna get. I was
Nah,
saving Bruce for a closer.
Okay, but I'll leave
There we
Bruce to you. There's a whole bunch of artists like this that should be one-hit wonders or great songwriters, but should never sing. There's an older musician called Leonard Cohen, I think. Hallelujah.
Cohen.
Yeah.
I love his
Leonard
song.
Cohen.
I hate hearing him sing them.
Yeah, he's like Dylan. He's a better songwriter than he is a
Yeah.
performer.
Right.
I really like his voice. I like that weird fucking voice of his. I know. He's not like my good friend.
I
John
like
Beasley.
Everybody
He fucking
Knows.
hates Leonard Cohen, but I love Leonard Cohen.
I do
Yeah,
like.
I want to talk about Rage again real quick here though, since we're on
I
them.
do like their
And-
one
and-
song. That one song, "Killing in the Name of," just because in the end lyrics it has the "fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." So that's me. I can think I can sing it back to this guy.
Fuck me. Fuck me. I'll do what you
Yeah,
tell
just-
me.
just
What-
sit
They're
there
fucking
quietly.
hypocritical bullshit.
Yeah,
The problem with Rage, and it's the problem that we have with a lot of the bands that Oasis is another example. U2 now is an example. They take themselves
Way too
far too
seriously.
seriously. Is an understatement.
Yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
they it's the political activism, and I understand to a degree politics has been part of music. I think your better bands have been able to avoid that, or at least not bludgeon you about the head and mouth with.
Yeah, handle it with some
Yeah,
nuance.
Rage are very inconsistent. If you want to get into political issues, they're very inconsistent. They're the type of guys who act like they're against the machine, but they're very silent, very selectively. They can have whatever political issues. Just stand your ground and be consistent. They were not consistent, and they let that show. And they had every ounce of leverage to show that they actually back their position, saying war is bad. But just because you close your blinders for 8 years and pretend there's no issues, and then you come back, because it's not there.
Yep.
Oh, but we didn't endorse it.
Go.
Yeah, I know you didn't endorse it, but you were still silent. So
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
bro.
It's because when those songs originally came out, it wasn't cool to do all that. Right. So they were on the edge of like being against it. But now they're just drowning in your average college campus.
Yeah, dude. Taylor Swift's doing it.
You know,
You know.
Oh my God, where am I?
Oh, that's
another one before we
being
get
compared to
While we're on
it's
Rage,
an honorable mention, and it really has nothing to do with the guy's a very versatile songwriter and everything. His fans annoy the living shit out of me, and that's Nick Cave.
I don't even know who that is.
I know who that is. I've actually
They put him in a bunch of he's using a bunch of like movies
He's an
and television.
odd bird.
He's
I
an
like
odd bird, but his fucking fans are so goddamn pretentious. And yeah, I don't know. And if there's anyone who's watching who's a Nick Cave, a diehard Nick Cave, and just go fuck yourself. And no one wants to
He
hear
does have
it.
a giant
No one
forehead. I'm
cares.
trying to pull up the
He's
picture
the guy
here.
with the giant forehead.
Yeah, he is.
He looks like that actor who was
He looks like Hugo Weaving. He looks very
Yeah, he
similar to
does.
Hugo Weaving. Yeah. But not Hugo Weaving. Yeah, so Nick Cave.
At least
I like
Hugo
Nick Cave.
Weaving
I actually,
had
I
some stuff.
like Nick Cave.
I
I
like
like-
Hugo Weaving and
No, like I said,
Stephen Paul.
nothing against him or his songwriting. It's his fans. His diehard fans are just
But why
like
the
some
long
of the worst
face?
people you're ever going to run into. Zack Snyder is a huge fan of him.
Oh wow, yeah. Well,
So, I don't know. I guess I don't know any other people who really like him. I've never seen him perform or anything, any of that nature. But I do like it. I bought his $150 B-sides and rarities collection just because I
So
like
did
the
I.
artist so much.
right. Well,
But I'm not a huge like fan. Okay? So I saw him play at a music festival, and all of these guys were acting like they were just trashing everybody else, and it was just like, okay, man, like we get it. Like who are you here
The
for?
fan,
You
the
got,
fan
like, a
ruins the
Nick Cave
artist for
t-shirt
you.
Looked like it was fucking handmade. Like he ironed that shit on himself, and it was just like, okay, dude, you got bubbles in the middle of that giant forehead.
yeah, right.
He does have a huge forehead. It's
He
terrifying.
does. He's all forehead.
I need to find this one of the most recent pictures here. I'm probably gonna have to put words in here that are gonna make me sad that I'm doing it. Chest.
But no, hey, I wanted to push back on the Rage thing real quick.
There it is.
Their first two albums were good. And they were good in a way that was different at the time. There was nothing like it. It was headbangable. It was chantable. It was it caught on really bad, and like everybody knew it. So you'd come into a room and you'd yell freedom, and somebody would yell, yeah, right, back at you. Or you would say, fuck you, and somebody's like, I won't do what you tell me. And everybody got into it. There was a lot of headbanging and a lot of motion, and I don't care for their guitar player's sound at all. I can't really stand it. It kind of drives me nuts that people put him so high up on the totem pole.
Yeah.
I guess you're
Well, the
just
whole
nicer
band's
than
a
me
song.
when it comes to them. I've never liked a single song. But hey, I respect your opinion.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, it was a different time back
greatly
then.
disagree.
I don't care for their political messaging. I don't care for their
If I want to
personalities.
listen to music like that, I'll listen to the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, well, there
I
you
don't
go.
mind the political
I like
message.
Or Korn, or
Just don't screech and wail all
yeah.
the time.
Oh no, Screech and Well, but be the Beastie Boys.
or be Korn. or
Beastie
be
Boys
Def-
actually have songs that you can remember, and I don't even like all the songs, but at least there's something I can remember.
Yeah.
Right.
I like the early Beastie Boys, especially when
So
they
do
still had Allison in the
I
band.
really
Jared, did they
like.
break up?
I have two best ofs by them, and it's kind of interesting. It's the American version and the British version. And Mrs. of the Empire made me get, because I got the British version first, and it didn't have the song Paul Revere on it.
Oh,
And then they put out the American version, and she's like, "Oh, we gotta get it. It has Paul Revere on it." I'm like, "God damn it, honey!"
That's awesome.
So it's like identical albums except for one fucking song.
Right.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I didn't
all right,
know
this
anything
is
about
the
them until I got stationed with a dude from New York City, and he never shut up about them. But
well, that could be a bit much. That could be a bit.
yeah,
much.
but then I was like, all right, they're fucking good.
A bunch of my fraternity brothers and I got drunk once and did the Beastie Boys Sabotage video, walking down the main street in Hoboken for like an hour.
Right.
All right, here it comes. We've been waiting for this. We've been saving this for
Dun,
the
dun,
end.
dun.
And here it is.
Oh yeah, with his on chest.
That is not that soccer player lady.
No, it's not. It's not Megan Rapinoe.
It's not the soccer player lady. That is Bruce Springsteen.
Dear God.
Looks like your grandma turned into a dyke.
Yeah.
I thought this was Ellen DeGeneres.
Bruce, something bad. Here's the thing about Bruce Springsteen. He has and I know Jason was out there, and he's like he's got his early music. I like 2 Bruce Springsteen albums, and they're not the ones I like Nebraska, which is an album that it wasn't a big commercial success. It's the music on it is largely influenced by the writings of Flannery O'Connor, though, and so they're kind of interesting, dark stories. But again, not a big commercial success. And the other album is called Magic, and I don't know if anybody fucking knows that one.
I know that one. My
I
parents
also-
are huge Springsteen people.
Yeah, my aunt has all this stuff.
He's incredibly popular. I don't understand the why of it.
I
He
just keep
is
looking
a
at this
competent
picture, like,
rock artist.
from hell.
But
I stab at thee.
Roman, I think you're just being too hard on him. He did a podcast with President Obama. I mean, come on.
I'm sure he did.
He always brings up Obama.
Honestly, I always thought
Well-
he was just John Cougar Mellencamp light.
He sounds drunk
Um,
when he sings.
Springsteen.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
And now, granted,
He's a really
he's
good
not.
songwriter, but he's a horrible singer.
It's more okay. So this is what I learned. It's more of like a live experience, right? So you go there to see the E Street Band because they're gonna be jamming. They'll take a song and jam it out for like 7 minutes, and that's really cool. And then he starts singing again. You're like, all right, whatever. Like,
That's swell, but if I can't listen to it in my kitchen,
Yeah.
that's my Bruce Springsteen.
no, I agree. I completely
that
agree.
and that goddamn fucking dancing in the cocksucking dark video that got played 9 gazillion times on fucking MTV. And poor Courtney Cox. But again, I simply don't understand it. Like I said, I think he and they will, with the E Street Band, they're competent rock musicians. I myself don't, like I said, I like 2 albums. I don't like that. Born in fucking USA. Fuck off. It's such an anti-American anthem, which people don't seem to understand if you fucking listen to the words.
Yeah.
But
First
I
CD ever
I
printed.
don't get it. I don't get the why. Again, thank God he's fading now. He's 75. I'm hoping the Reaper comes soon, but because he keeps talking.
You promise?
Tell us how you really feel.
I mean, I
Who
hope.
is it? It's the Reaper, Mr. Springsteen. But
Don't fear the
look.
Reaper, Mr. Springsteen.
Yeah, but look
the
at my
worst part in high fidelity.
The blue oyster cult.
So anyway, I don't get it. I don't get it. Is anybody out there? Is anybody in the on chat sticking up for the Bruce founder? I don't get a category for me. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's the boss.
But why? What does that even mean?
I know.
And he
I know.
is-
Lady
he's also
boss. That's what
It
he
was
is.
just a name that was given to him.
That's what my grandma used to say. I'd play cards with him, and she would go, and your father likes the boss. The boss of what? And I was like, I have no idea.
Oh, that's fucking
Shut up and deal,
hilarious.
bitch.
I've heard about 2 albums from this guy, and I thought they were trash, mega trash.
Stop my boss.
Yeah.
I like Born to Run. I think Born to Run's a fine album.
The most
I'm unfamiliar.
the most
What's
monotone duet possible. If you want to hear it, it's by Bruce Springsteen and Melissa Etheridge. It sounds like
God.
one person
Wow.
sings.
Wow.
Are you
Wow,
trying to
that
give me
sounds-
nightmares?
Yeah, I'm
I
good on
actually,
that.
like-
That
I
sounds
actually
awful.
value my life.
Yeah, thanks for the warning.
Oh.
Though. I appreciate that.
Oof.
That's awful. Thanks for bringing that up.
Actually, I think the song I like from him the most is he covers what's her face, and I don't even like her that much. She's like the strung out heroin poet
Barbara
bitch.
Streisand.
from
Patti Smith.
CBGB. Patti Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You had me with strung out heroin.
yep. He does a cover of Because the Night.
You want?
Actually, he wrote
Sammy.
Because the Night. He
Oh, I
that's
thought
his song.
she wrote it and he covered it.
No,
He
she
wrote-
wrote
he
that
wrote it.
song.
She
Or he
covered
wrote
it.
that song, and she did I like her version of it far better. Than
I like her version better. I was
He wrote it, and she put a flag in it though.
Sammy,
Oh.
have you ever heard of 10,000 Maniacs?
yeah.
Natalie Merchant covers with 10,000 Maniacs on VH1 Storyteller, I think, covers because
that album.
and it's awesome.
Hey, did you check the private chat?
Yeah,
bro.
Nick's got to get
Oh,
going.
Who's got to go?
Yes.
Who's leaving?
Nick.
It is
Nick.
I.
Oh shit! It's our guest of honor. Our guest of honor has to leave. Hang on. All right.
The man
Or
himself.
Nick, I'm going to blow you up in a non-literal sense here. So, what do you have coming up, my friend? And thank you so much for being with us tonight. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Thanks for having me.
Indeed.
I had a lot of fun doing this. Let's see here. I got Klobby's Comic Shop Saturday night on my channel. We talk comics over alcohol. It's a great combination. Toxic
Yeah.
Tuesday, we'll be talking Jet Li's Unleashed, and I also have a metal driven channel, which is called Bonded by Metal. Thank you, Drunken Poet, for posting in the chat. Yeah, there's been all sorts of ground covered on there. I talked about the new Rob Zombie album. There's been a lot of negative coverage. We talked on the new Exodus soon as well, new Metal Church as well. So a lot of stuff has been coming out this year, so it's been easy to cover stuff for metal because it's only March, and metal's been very productive in 2026. So thank you, John, for being productive. But thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. I hope to see some of you, whether it's on my channel or the Bonded by Mel channel. Great to meet a lot of the faces on here. Hello and goodbye. Appreciate all of you.
Glad you could be
Great
on
to
this.
hang out with my buddy Comics Division and the Dix Division guys. So you all have a great rest of your show. This is Captain Weiser signing off. Thank you.
Take
Yep.
care.
Good selling, my friend.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that was great. Nick was a good
Yeah, that's awesome.
a good guest. I'm
Agreed.
glad that 70s rock fan put us together in like a non-dating way. But you never know. There's a future.
There's always Vegas.
So the clock is a ticking here. So I think
That's right.
we'll wrap this up. There are a lot of other artists that we could have gotten to. U2 being probably the biggest of that group.
Yeah.
But
like
I mean,
Marilyn Manson.
like I said, there's more bands than there is
Yes.
time tonight, folks. But this was a fun topic. It came to me. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, overrated fucking bands, and then
Five Finger Death Punch.
Yes.
Oh, dude,
I
that
think
was
I
on my
like that.
list.
Oh yeah.
So my brain stopped working. Oh, next week, before I forget, next week we're going to be covering Doctor Strangelove, which is a personal favorite of mine, and I hope
Haven't seen it.
everyone. Oh, really? I'm surprised.
You haven't
Stanley
seen it?
Oh, it's going to be
Yeah,
some
I'm
good
real
memes.
surprised.
Stellar's in 3 different roles. It's definitely a dark comedy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love the movie. It's a lot of fun. There's some really interesting actors. George C. Scott's in it, and the parts that they play are Kubrick gets a lot out of his actors in this movie, and I think it's going to be a fun discussion for the panel, especially those who haven't seen it. Actually, the first time I saw it was in high school. Our history teacher assigned it as you're going to watch this and then we're going to talk about it kind of thing. So he was a good teacher. But anyway, so that's next week over here at Of the Empire. So thank you to our chats. for hanging out. And the poll, not my poll, but the poll.
Well, you know,
Who is the most overrated musician or musicians? So we had Bruce Springsteen, Green Day, U2, or all these other sucky musicians. Springsteen won at 35%. Green Day and U2 tied at 20%, and other sucky musicians at 25%. And I only had so much room on the poll. You know, it was I would have loved to have had more
Later,
options.
Babs.
You know what? That actually
nice.
brings up a surprising argument. You two might win because we didn't even talk about them. We all just systematically agreed.
yeah.
Wasn't
not
even
wrong.
worth talking about. That's how fucking
No.
overrated they
Well,
are.
Yes.
U2, I'll entertain this for like a minute. I liked U2 an awful lot, and U2 I think was
Sunday, the
a
war
very
outlay.
good
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Their line in the sand was it wasn't even the album, but it was the event of Rattle and Hum.
Yeah,
The event of Rattle and Hum pushed Bono to a self-perceived godhood,
Yeah.
and everything after that was based around Bono's giant ego trying to save the world, fucking up South Africa, fucking up Ireland. You know, it's now he's like got the Medusa touch. Anything he touches goes to shit, and he's a pretentious cocksucker. And again, I wish he were just a little bit older.
They fell off for me after Octoon Baby.
I always considered U2 a greatest hits band. So like Journey, you know, you listen to the top 10 or 12
Journey,
songs
man.
and you move on.
I was
I had
literally in a band named Fuck Journey.
Yeah, I don't like Journey was on my list as well. I hate Journey.
Yeah.
My wife loves Journey. I do not.
Another reason I hate it is born and raised. There's no such thing as South Detroit. South Detroit is Canada. It would be either East or West Detroit.
I thought South Detroit was OCP Corporation. My
No. That's Central Detroit.
Dead or alive, you're coming with
Three
me.
people-
So thank
They are
you
trouble.
to our
Three
chat.
people last night. Three people last night at separate times in my bar played Vertigo by U2.
Oh Lord,
in
that's a
my
lot. That's a
Oh.
lot of Vertigo.
Why that one?
I don't know.
Their last
said.
good song was what? Hold Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me on the
The Batman
The,
soundtrack.
yeah. That was U2's
I-
last good song.
I think their last good. I think their last good song because I dated a dancer and she danced to Mysterious Ways, and that was a great song.
See, that's still where now
At the
musically
time, that was a good song.
they've still put out some okay stuff, but as an overhyped band, like I said, Bono's God Complex is the fucking problem for me. So
Yeah.
So now that we got U2 out of the way, we got it out of the way.
had
Just
to.
like you know, it's
Yeah.
like your finger breaking through the toilet paper. We finally got there. So thank you again to the chat, our panel,
Yes.
and Nick Weiser for being our guest tonight. We'll go around, see what everybody's got coming up this week, and then jump on out of this thing. And then next week again, Dr. Strangelove, which I'm really looking forward to. So Shield, what do you have coming up, my brother?
Yeah, thanks
You're
for having
all
me on.
wrong.
This was a lot of fun. This was a good show. I had a good guest. We had good people in the chat.
Yeah.
And what do I got coming up on Tuesday next week? I'm going to be on Jacob Ironside's channel. I can't remember what we were doing. I don't know if he decided yet.
Yeah, I've decided. You go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess when it's his turn, he'll tell us what we're doing. But I will be on that show at
Jacob's got
6 Mountain Time, 7 Central. And then next week for Dr. Strangelove, which is a really good movie for here. So I'll be here at 5 Pacific Standard Time. So tune in for that.
Adam, if you're still there, I was gonna see if you and Babs wanted to come on. So let me
that'd be
know.
great.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to make up for the keep, which I know was not the hit that I was hoping it would be. So
Every year we got to have a Wolven
We do. We got
That's right.
Yeah.
Jacob's Wolfen meter.
Yeah,
Exactly. Is it better or worse?
Better or worse?
But anyway, yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So
Right on. Joker, what do you have coming up, buddy?
Well, if I might share something really quick, let me share. I'm going to share my screen real quick here because, as Roman mentioned earlier, we have Joker Voice merchandise, brand new to the public here. This went on. This is a limited edition shirt right here. Artwork done by Mr. Jacob Ironside. This is the front right here. We have what's on the back. Again, all work done by Mr. Jacob Ironside. And this is available at the Joker Voice merch store, which through April 19th, a percentage of all the revenue generated, I will be donating to the Sterling Foundation of America. It's a little charity that I have worked with from time to time. So there's that, and we can stop sharing that now. As then, because this is all part of Wednesday Night is Overbooked, which we just celebrated our 100th episode yesterday. That was a lot of fun, and we are on the road to WrestleMania, so we will be discussing more of that next week on Wednesday Night is Overbooked, along with my other content, and we'll be talking Dr. Strangelove next week. I will be here. This should be fun.
Right on, right on. Dempsey, good sir, what do you have coming up, buddy?
Well, I have coming up Dr. Strangelove. That sounds like a great time. I've seen that movie quite a few times. It's always hilarious. It's super dark and just wild and like no other movie. So it's very unique, and I think we're going to have a great time talking about it. But I will say one thing that we did forget, and one thing that we forgot this whole time we've been on here.
Dempsey.
We haven't
Good
done
man, Dempsey.
the scissors because we know how much.
You know, I
And
thought
there
I
was
was
no
going to
mother
get
kick.
away with it tonight.
There was no
Thank
mother.
you, Dempsey.
But no, much love to the whole panel. I'm glad you guys let me say my dumb shit into the mic, and I appreciate you having me on. This was a super great time, and really, I have nothing going on right now. Trying to get everything ready with the kids and all that. So we'll get there eventually. But thanks for having me. See you guys next week.
Oh, and by the way,
Right on.
Dempsey also does the music for Wednesday Night is Overbooked.
Indeed I did. Yes, go
Banging
check it
things.
out. JB's merch store, which I just got a mug. So it'll be
Nice.
here in a couple days. Yeah.
And
Adam's still pissed about the Hendrix thing.
and the
I didn't
shirts
shit on him. I just said he's not number one.
and the shirts are some of the comfiest shirts you will ever buy.
They are. Dude.
They are 100% cotton, by the way, so
Yeah.
don't dry them, and wash them on cold and hang them up. So
Yes.
Right.
yeah, I got my Keep Talking shirt with the Joker logo on it, and it was very popular at the restaurant that I went to the other night.
Nice.
People were asking. So that was it was good. It's a fine shirt. It fits well. Jacob Ironside, and Jacob, before you say your bit, so Jacob does at the beginning of each month, he does a couple of X-Files episodes, and I try to be on when I can. I can't always be there, but I got behind because he's on season 3 now, and I hadn't picked up season 3 yet. But unfortunately, the other night, Drunk Roman had the remote, and Drunk Roman bought season 4, and then realized it, and then had to buy season 3. So I have seasons 3 and 4 thanks to Drunk Roman. So I'm ahead.
Thanks,
now.
Drunk Roman.
I'm ahead now.
Drunk Roman is fun though. Drunk
Yeah,
Roman
he's
is hilarious.
Gets me in trouble.
So you're hilarious, sir. Except
Yeah.
you want to see me naked all the time. which is
That's weird.
Let's just keep him in the closet. Jacob, what do you have coming up there, young sir?
Yes, sir. So Tuesday is St. Patrick's Day.
That's right.
Yes.
So I picked a what I'm calling a potato western because it's
Nice.
it's an Irishman coming home, or he actually deserts the British Army and comes home
Oh,
during
that's
the
yeah, yeah.
famine. Black 47.
Mhm.
Really good movie. Newer movie.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
It's actually the newest movie I've done on my channel. So
Oh,
it's from
nice.
Prior to
2018.
after the 30s, then.
It's 2018.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow! Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa! You're becoming a hippie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good movie.
2018.
Nice.
Jacob's gonna have to dye his hair blue and side
I
shadow.
Right?
I know.
Nose ring.
Get
I have long
that is-
hair.
Hashtag me too.
So
That is
Surprise
something
Jake
like
really
when I'm
looked good.
perusing for like a good old flick, I'll just go on like some of Jacob's like previously done shows because
Right.
like he's seen so many movies that I can't
Oh,
even
yeah.
hey,
like,
it was on
name.
Tubi. It was Joker's fault.
Nice.
Hey,
Saying,
Tubi,
there's
man.
all the good stuff on.
I
Tubi's
love
Yeah.
great. Tubi's
Not
awesome.
wrong. Yeah.
Like I said, I wish there was the Tubi premium. I would pay the extra money just to have no commercials.
right.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy.
I'll be here next week.
What do you
too.
got, bud? Okay. Well,
Well, normally I would be in Lights Camera Citation on Friday, my cop show, which we are now monetized and we're selling coffee. We got to pick our own coffee flavors.
Nice.
So if you must buy coffee, please buy my flavor coffee, Driving While Dark Roast. That
That's amazing.
Wow.
I love that.
I'll be sharing the link on my Twitter for that, but I won't be
Oh,
there.
God,
My band Staggerly has a show in downtown Detroit at a place called the Old Miami, so I'll be doing that. But I'll be kicking off Cavecast. We are finally out of the quagmire of the Silver Age, which is a lot of garbage, stupid characters. So we're gonna kick it off strong. We're gonna be talking about Man-Bat Saturday morning, and just back into when
Eddie?
the Batman comics got serious again.
Are you ever
I
going?
have some love for those 60s, Batman.
Are you ever going to talk about a certain clown at some
Yeah,
point?
episode 50, and it's gonna be like 10 episodes long.
He's so happy. Actually, Man-Bat's featured in. I got it for Christmas. I think it was Christmas last year. Full Moon. It's a glow in the dark. It's a werewolf comic, but Man-Bat
Right.
is heavily featured in the book. It's a really good
Nice.
book. I got a
Yeah,
hard,
no, he's-
hard copy of it.
He's a bigger character in the comics than people give him credit for. He's also a really good example of how the comics started to take a more serious turn from the Silver Age when you're getting into the Bronze Age. So it just felt like the right character to start with. And we already did Ra's al Ghul.
He
So
was a 70s character. He got like a
was all-
71 somewhere around there.
yeah.
And Man-Bat was also the first episode of Batman the Animated Series.
Yes, on Leather
Yep.
Wings.
Yes,
Nice.
love that
I
episode.
think it was in Detective Comics. I don't remember. I'm reasonably sure that was Man-Bat's first appearance.
Nice.
Well, we'll know for sure on Saturday morning.
That's right.
Down to you, Matt. What's going on in your world, sir?
Be on Wednesday night as Overbooked next week. We continue our road to WrestleMania. And if you want to tune in to hear some of the most naive takes on wrestling history, our man Ego is always giving up.
Love Ego.
Love,
He is-
yeah,
love
he's
Ego,
awesome.
man. You know,
He
or
goes,
the
He is
great
a-
wrestling picks of Ego's wife, who rock on with our picks.
yeah, Shiro's great.
Yeah.
That's good people
Um,
right there, man. That's good people.
I should be able to make the Black 47. I did watch it back then. It's access to the film now. I should have time to watch it. So probably Tuesday with Jacob. This show? What was the show next week? I keep forgetting.
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Doctor Strangelove. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still on the meds, guys. 7 pills.
No,
is
no,
all.
it's
Oh, you're good.
Okay, and then my surgery recovery didn't go very well. I'm not sure what that sound was. So
Was that
I was really like, dude, if that was your tummy, then
that's
That's
my
just
wound talking to you because it's close
Yeah.
to the microphone.
Wow.
it was the wolfen? I'm telling you.
Well, anyway, surgical recovery is going well.
somebody's got to go to
It
the
was the-
bathroom.
it was the
Albert Finney.
And-
It's the raw sexual magnetism.
Thank anyone for their prayers and contributions or whatever. I thank you all again.
You deserve
All
it, man.
Yeah.
Right on, brother.
We love you,
All right,
buddy.
well, thanks everybody hanging
Very
out
hard
with us
work, buddy.
tonight. Fucking Albert Finney. Appreciate it. And again, next
Look at
Thursday at 5 Pacific Standard, we will be talking about the classic Doctor Strangelove. So I think everyone should if you haven't seen that movie, you need to check it out because you need to add that to your repertoire of movie quotes in your head.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good stuff in there, you know. My God, I
And
can
just
walk.
remember, it must be seen in the context of the time it was made. So after you watch
Yes.
it, just to reread through some of the
Right. Yeah, the what he models one of the characters after Adelaide Stevens, I think, from the guy at the UN that called out the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So next week, come hang out with us. It's I'm hoping going to be a good show. I'm trying to make up for the keep. So thanks for being here. We will see you next week, and until that time, be kind.
Toodle.
Thank you.